guys, how's it going? My name's Liz. If you haven't ever been here before, welcome. I run a channel called eBizwithLiz and a website. My website's primarily focused around free tools and resources for your FBA business, so go check it out. Super great, free content. I'm not trying to sell anything, so it's just for your guys' benefit and stuff I've learned along the way. So today I wanted to talk about product research and market research. A lot of the time people combine those into one thing and think that market research is all you need to do. Market research is like using the Chrome extension to look at a snapshot of current competitors on Amazon. That is not the full research you need to do. You need to start out with your market research and then move into product research. It is a lot and it takes a long time. Some people get so frustrated when they're like, I've spent 2 or 3 weeks trying to find a product, I can't find anything. That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take a long time. I truly believe if you wanna find an awesome product, you need to do all the initial research. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you because you don't wanna settle on a product. You wanna make sure that it can be successful and profitable. So, don't worry, there's no specific time frame for finding a product. Just make sure you find a good one. And my tip number 1 though, is you should be using multiple research tools. Amazon is massive, so you need to cross-reference your data with other companies. So I use 3 different Chrome extension tools for market research. I use JungleScout, eGrow, and Helium 10's X-Ray. Those are the 3 I use. eGrow and Helium 10 X-Ray are both free. JungleScout is not. Okay, so once you have your 3 market research tools, next you are gonna go ahead and look at the data that's provided. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is how much money do you want to make a month? So let's say you want to make $2 grand a month and your profit margin's running at 20%.
So if you want to make $2,000 in profit, you need to find a product with a $10,000 revenue.
So when you are looking at the Chrome extension, you need to look under revenue. Look and make sure that the majority of the competitors are making at least $10,000 so that you know you can eventually make $2 grand a month in profit. Okay, does that make sense? So I want you guys to be fully aware that it's going to cost more money for your first order. Not only because you're ordering less units, so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, they're not gonna give you the best deal, but also because it's gonna cost a lot more money to rank your product. You have to invest a lot more money into PPC initially. Okay, another tip I have for when you're looking at products is pick a higher ticket price item. So for example, if you are selling 20 units of a $10 product, you're making $200. If you're selling 20 units of a $25 item, you're making $500. That's a difference of $300 and you're selling the same amount, just a higher ticket price item. So that's why I recommend you won't have to put so much pressure on getting so many sales. You just need to get an average amount of sales and you'll still be doing way better. So find those higher ticket priced items. Do not go for anything under $15. Don't do it. Okay, and also when I'm looking at products, I am looking for very simple, not complex products. I'm not going into anything tech related because I don't want a bunch of returns. I'm not going into the apparel industry because I already did that. If you guys read my website, it's a pain in the butt and you get a lot of returns because sizing is weird. People aren't familiar with online sizing. You can't try it on. So you get a lot of returns and there's a lot of variations. So I wouldn't recommend that for your first product. I wouldn't recommend anything that's breakable or too big or heavy. Next, we're gonna talk about competitors. It is super important that there are no brand recognition within the market. So let's say you wanted to sell an electric toothbrush. Well, Sonicare, Oral-B, whatever. Those are all recognized brands. Their customers trust them and they have loyalty behind their brand. And also, if there already is brand loyalty determined within the market, you're going to have to lower your price until you can get those cheaper customers who don't care about the brand loyalty, but that's gonna drive your sales way lower and your profit margin way lower. I would recommend shooting for a market where all of the reviews are under 100. Because that means there's room. These are new sellers and there is room for you. I would also look at the competitors with the lowest FBA fees and try and match what they're doing or try and be better. Here's an example. On my first product, I was able to save $1 in profit margin just by condensing my packaging and making sure my product was smaller than my competitors. So that's just an example. You always want to try and find ways to be most efficient within your business. If you guys do want to see a video on packaging and my strategies with that, leave that in the comments below. Packaging can really save you a lot of money if you do it right. So definitely let me know if you want to see that. Okay, so now that you've finalized your market research, we're going to move on to product research. And this is where things get really interesting. Market research is just the tip of the iceberg, and all of the important stuff goes into your product research. First up, you are going to go to Alibaba and put a RFQ on for your product. And this is where you're going to figure out how much it actually costs to make. My favorite way to get the best prices right off the bat is to put out an RFQ on Alibaba. This just means request for quote. It's a big mass message that you send out to a bunch of different suppliers, and they will quote you if they can possibly produce the product. I have a supplier questionnaire on my website with all the different questions you should be asking your supplier up front so they know you're legit. They just fill it out, you copy and paste that into a central spreadsheet where you can compare all the different suppliers. Makes it super simple, so I will link that below in the description box. Next, you will hop over into Seller Central and we're gonna figure out how much the keyword bids are. You don't understand how many times I've ran into products that look like they are in an awesome market. Then you get onto Seller Central and look at the bids for those products and it's like $4 or $5. Think about it, you guys. If you only get 3 clicks on a product that has a $3 or $4 bid, there goes all your profit margin plus some. You're actually going to be running at a negative. So this is super important to check out before you are purchasing a product because you need to be able to rank it. That's the strategy, that's the game. So what I would recommend is taking your main keyword, plugging it into a keyword research tool, grabbing all those relevant keywords and popping them into Seller Central and making sure that the majority of the keywords are under $1. Under $1 means there's still room for you to be bidding in that without losing a bunch of your profit. Okay, next is you need to consider shipping into your costs. I would recommend sea shipping. I have a full video about that, all my tips and strategies for the cheapest shipping. You need to figure out your shipping costs, figure out how heavy the product is, how many units you're gonna be getting. So after we've considered our shipping costs, now this is where we move to the broader picture of product research, which is building your business plan. I have a full business plan checklist. I just want you to go through line by line, fill it in, make sure you have covered all your steps with that, because there are little things that you may not take into consideration that could have a big impact on the success of your business. So you need to go through and thoroughly look at all your finances, your branding, operational tools you might need, advertising, SEO. There are so many different things. It's my FBA business plan checklist. So I'll link that below. Definitely go through it though, because you don't want to miss anything and I don't want you to get into any trouble with your next product. Alright, so now that we've finished our market research and our product research, we need to put it all together, you guys. And we need to make sure that this is actually going to be profitable. So next I want you to go ahead and download my Profitability Calculator. You only have to fill out 8 different cells, but it gives you so much information. So we're going to take into consideration all different aspects of what it will cost to start up this business, and it will let you know what your profit margin is, your return on investment, everything that you need to know to make sure that this is the right move for you, this is the right product and market. Comment below any questions you have. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And also let me know what you want to see next. I have a few different ideas. I think I might do packaging next, but if there's something else, leave it below and I will get to it, I promise. So I will see you guys in my next one. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Bye.